Okay, another math video from algebratesthelper.com. So what I want to do in this particular video is talk about proportions. Okay, so I'm sure all of you have heard that term before, proportion, or something's proportional, and it has to relate to proportions relate to ratios. Okay, rates and ratios, proportions. Um, they're all kind of lumped together. But I want to specifically focus in on proportions and a real important property of proportions I'm going to show here in just a second. But before I do that, let me go ahead and tell you what a proportion is, okay, just in case you don't know. All a proportion is, okay, first of all, it's an equation, okay, and it's an equation of two equal fractions. All right, so let me ask you, I have this fraction right here, 1/2, okay, is 1/2 equal to the fraction 3/6? Okay, now just think about that for a second. Is 3/6 the same thing as 1/2? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so 1/2 is equal to 3/6. Okay, so if you have two equal fractions, this fraction is equal to that fraction. Okay, and we have an equation sign. This type of equation we refer to as a proportion. So let's just kind of make some other ones up here. Let's say, oh, I don't know, maybe 3/6 is equal to 4/8. Okay, is that a proportion? Absolutely, because 3/6 is the same thing as 1/2, and 4/8 is also the same thing as 1/2. Okay, so 1/2 is equal to 1/2. So once again, you have two equal fractions. So a proportion is an equation of two equal fractions. All right, now what's so cool about a proportion is how we solve them. Okay, and we solve them using something called the cross product. Now I'm going to show you what this property is. Okay, so it's a critical property of proportion. So when you hear that word proportion, or you know you're dealing with one, you want to focus in on the cross product. And a cross product is this. Okay, it's the product of these two numbers this way. So in this case, it's going to be 1 times 6. Okay, that product is equal to the product of these two numbers this way. That's why they call it the cross product, because they're kind of crisscrossing. So 1 times 6, okay, 1 times 6 is equal to 2 times 3. Okay, now we're not solving any equation here, okay? All I'm doing is showing you this property, and then we'll apply it here in a second in an actual equation. So 1 times 6, of course, is 6, and 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, so using the cross product property, we can solve a proportion. So let me show you how this works now. Okay, erase this. Now let's just kind of get rid of that 3, and let's say we have x. Okay, so I have one fraction equal to another fraction. Now I want to solve this equation. So you're saying to yourself, okay, how do I solve this? Well, first of all, if you recognize that this is a proportion, it's one fraction equaling to another fraction, you can automatically say, okay, I want to use the cross product. This times this will be equal to this times this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. 1 times 6 is going to be 6. Okay, and 2 times x is going to be 2x. All right, so we have 6 equals 2x, or if you rather, you can write it this way, 2x equals 6. It's the same thing. Okay, so 2x equals 6. Well, how do I solve for x? Well, that's easy. If you know how to solve these real basic equations, all I have to do is divide both sides of the equation by 2, and I get x is equal to 3, and I'm done. Okay, so this x right here is equal to 3. In other words, instead of 1/2 equaling to x over 6, it's 1/2 is equal to 3 over 6, and we already knew that. Okay, so you can see that these two fractions are equivalents, or equivalent fractions. So this is the basic idea of the cross product. This is just kind of an intro video. I got many more on this subject because it's so critical. But if you understand this, then you'll be well on your way of using the cross product to help you out with a lot of other more advanced problems in algebra. So come on over to our website, algebratesthelper.com. It's a great free, okay, I want to stress the word free resource filled with awesome videos and tutorials, all designed to make math easier to learn. Okay, so take care and good luck.